Number 7, skill stacking advantage. Most people spend years trying to master one single skill, they think. If I become the best at this, money will follow. But the truth is, being one thing is no longer enough. In 2026, the real advantage comes from combining skills that don't usually go together. Because when you stack skills, you stop competing with thousands and start competing with almost no one. Think about this. A graphic designer is common. A marketer is common. But someone who understands design plus psychology, plus marketing, that person can sell emotions, not just visuals. And that's where the real money is. Same with AI. Anyone can use AI tools now, but someone who knows how to combine AI plus business plus content strategy. They don't just use tools, they build systems, and systems make money while you sleep. That's the shift. You're not trying to be the best in the world. You're trying to be different enough to be valuable. Because in this economy, uniqueness pays more than perfection. And once you understand this, you start building yourself like a product that's hard to replace. But even with powerful skills, most people still struggle. Not because they're not good enough, but because nobody knows they exist. Number 6, distribution over talent. There are people right now who are 10 times more talented than influencers and still making less money. Why? Because talent doesn't matter if it's hidden. In 2026, attention is the new currency. If people don't see you, they can't trust you. If they can't trust you, they won't pay you. It's that simple. Look at social media. You'll see average creators making insane income. Not because they are the best, but because they are visible. They show up, they post, they stay consistent, and slowly, they build trust at scale. That's something most people underestimate. One piece of content can reach thousands. One good video can bring clients for months. One strong idea can change your entire income trajectory. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people are scared to be seen. They overthink. They wait. They want everything perfect. And while they're waiting, someone less skilled, but more visible, takes their opportunity. That's the harsh reality. In this game, clarity beats perfection. Speed beats hesitation, and visibility beats talent. But there's a deeper problem. Even people who get attention still don't make money because attention alone doesn't pay. Number 5, monetization thinking. A lot of people are working hard every single day, but they're still broke. Not because they're lazy, but because they're not thinking in terms of money flow. They're busy, but not profitable. And that's a dangerous place to be. In 2026, rich people don't just work. They design how money enters their life. Every action they take has a purpose. Every skill they learn has a direction. Every platform they use has a monetization plan behind it. Now think about this. 2 people start creating content. Both are consistent. Both are improving. But one of them is asking, how do I turn this into income? While the other is just hoping, maybe one day this will work. That small difference changes everything because one builds systems and the other builds uncertainty. The one with monetization thinking will create offers, build funnels, use affiliate links, sell services, package knowledge, while the other just waits for views to magically turn into money. And that never happens. Money doesn't come from activity, it comes from structure. And once you understand this, you stop doing random work. You start building income pathways. But even then, there's another level most people never reach. The level where money doesn't depend on your time anymore. Number 4, leverage through systems. Most people are trapped in a simple trade. Time for money. They work 1 hour. They get paid for 1 hour. And no matter how hard they work, there's always a limit. Because time is limited, but in 2026. Rich people don't sell time. They build systems that work without them. That's leverage. Think about it. A freelancer does one project, gets paid once. A creator builds a digital product, gets paid again and again. Same effort at the start. Completely different outcome over time. That's the power of systems. Systems don't sleep. They don't get tired. They don't need motivation. Once built, they keep producing. This could be a YouTube channel earning from ads, a digital product selling automatically and email funnel converting leads, an online service with a team behind it at first. It feels slow because you're not seeing instant results. But then something interesting happens. Momentum. You wake up and money came in. You check your phone and someone bought your product. That's when you realize you're no longer working for money. Money is working for you. And that's the moment everything changes. But here's the catch. Even with systems, if you don't understand how to scale, you'll stay stuck at a certain level. Number 3, scale what works. Most people love starting things. New ideas, new plans, new projects. It feels exciting. But here's the problem. They never stay long enough to scale. They jump too early. In 2026, rich people don't chase new ideas. They double down on what already works. Because scaling is where the real money is. Let's say you find something that makes $100. Most people stop there or move on. But smart people ask, how do I turn this $100 into $1,000? Then $10,000? They optimize it. They improve it. They put more fuel into it. Because once something works, it's not an idea anymore. It's an opportunity. And opportunities are meant to be expanded. This is why you'll see people running ads on winning products, reposting content that already performed well, turning one service into a full agency, expanding one income stream into multiple channels. They don't restart. They multiply. That's the difference. Because starting gives you potential, but scaling gives you wealth. And once you understand this, you stop chasing everything. You focus on one thing and make it big. But even scaling has a hidden limitation. If you don't position yourself correctly, you'll always be replaceable. Number 2, high-value positioning. Here's a hard truth most people avoid. You're not paid based on effort. You're paid based on how valuable you appear. 2 people can do the exact same work. One charges $50, the other charges $1,000. And people still choose the expensive one. Why? Positioning. In 2026, perception is power. If you look cheap, you get cheap clients. If you look premium, you attract serious money. And positioning is not about lying, it's about presentation. How you speak, how you design your brand, how you show your work, how you communicate confidence. All of this shapes how people value you. Think about brands. Why do people pay more for certain names? It's not always better quality, it's better positioning. And the same applies to you. If you present yourself like a beginner, you'll be treated like one. If you present yourself like a professional, people expect to pay more. That's how the game works. And once you understand positioning, you stop competing on price. You start competing on value. But even value has a ceiling unless you understand the final shift. The one that separates rich people from everyone else. Number 1, ownership over everything. This is the shift that changes everything. Not skills, not content, not even money. Ownership in 2026. The people who get rich are the ones who own assets, not just income. Assets, because income can stop, but assets keep producing. Think about it carefully. If you only work for clients, your income depends on people. But when you own something, you control the flow. That something could be a YouTube channel, a personal brand, a digital product, a website, an audience, a business system. These are not just projects. They are assets. Assets that grow, assets that compound, assets that pay you again and again. This is why 2 people can work equally hard, but one stays stuck, while the other becomes financially free, because one is renting opportunities and the other is owning them. And here's the deeper truth most people miss. Ownership takes longer to build, but over time, it becomes unstoppable because once you own something valuable, you don't start from zero anymore. Every effort builds on top of the last one, and suddenly, you're not chasing money anymore. You're controlling it. That's the real goal, not just to make money, but but to build something that keeps making money, even when you stop.